All right, man. Without further ado, we got my main man, a guest. I love this brother right here. I love his content. Big Ant, the spokesman of Urban Politicians TV. Let's give him a round of applause.
What's the word, man? What's the
Yeah,
word? Get my cam
yeah,
set
man.
up right. I really should have had it right already. Hold on. Hey, I'm gonna join my people in too for the live.
Hey, man.
We're
Hey,
gonna
Ant, man.
rock out, man.
Hey, man. I appreciate you, bro, taking the time out, man. You one of the hardest working sap suckers on YouTube right now. You drop more videos than P Diddy and Mace in the '90s.
Oh, let me cut my volume up real quick. Tell me if I got an echo, man. I want to make sure the sound.
No, you sound good.
We good?
You sound
Ain't
good.
No echo?
Nah, it sound good. Sound perfect.
Bet we here, man. We rocking. I got to get my camera game up too up in this crib, man. I be tripping. I'm going right off the computer.
Yeah,
I was at Best Buy looking at the cameras, and I don't know what you want to get because I bought 2 of these little webcams, but I don't know if they get the job done. They want me to hook a bunch of stuff up.
Nah.
Get a real camera.
That webcam you got, I had that when I first started this channel. No, you don't use that. Hey, look, man, you got to stop being cheap, dog. You make it too much money.
I'll get what it is. I just don't be shooting in the crib for real.
Oh, that's right.
I'll be outside. I'll be up in the car. I'll be on the go shooting my videos. So I don't like shooting inside of here because it's like outside I can have all my energy. I just feel more freer. That's why I be in my front yard because I like to go raw just off the top. You know what I'm saying? I'll stream here like late at night, like at 12 at night sometime, but I really be on the fly. So, and I do got a camera, like I got a Sony camera. When I do interviews, I had that, but I need to go. I was trying to see, do I need to get a real camera to put up here and set up on the stand and do it like that, or do boys use webcams?
Yeah. No. Listen, let me tell you something, man. What you doing, most of your stuff you do, like you said, you do it out in the open.
Yeah.
So you really don't need like the setup that I have in here.
Yeah.
Because I go live all the time, every day. So you don't really need that. The way you got it set up is real good. I saw the camera that you had in Houston at the Red Hour.
The Sony. Yeah, that's the Sony camera I got.
Yeah.
Do you use a regular? Do I need to get a regular camera up on here, or do I need to get a webcam, or is it
a regular camera? A regular camera.
Bet. We good. That's all I need to know. I'm gonna go get one this week then. So when I do these, I'll be straight. It's on though. What's the deal, man? I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate you taking the time out, bro. I told you I watch your content all the time, and me and you, we share a lot of similar interests, and see, I've been watching you for a while, and never thought I'd meet you till when I was in Houston. I was like, I look like, and then I looked again. I'm like, man, that's Big Ant the spokesman. You get what I'm saying? So you very approachable, very nice brother. And I was like, man, I would love to do a show with him because I watch your stuff all the time. And I watch more non-boxing content than boxing content in today's time because there ain't really a whole lot going on in American boxing. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like Fugazi a little bit, so to speak.
Then, you kind of sometimes get outside of the interests that you really cover because you already got your opinion set. So you just like go look at other stuff. Like I'm like that a little bit too. I got my certain like hip hop or, type of platforms I watch. I'm in the sports super heavy too though. But like, it'd be like, man, I'm going to go watch other stuff because it's like, I'm already in that field. I already know all that news. I already know what done happened with it. Unless you involved in something going on right now, I really ain't trying to hear what you say because I already got my own opinion about it.
Right. Hey, so how much boxing, you know what I mean? Like you look at a lot of stuff as related to entertainment, but as related to boxing, how much boxing do you watch, if any?
Oh man. As of late, I'm not as locked in as I was in 2012. 2010, 2011, 2012. That's when I was really just. Even after that, but that era there, like when Crawford and them was first making their name, Errol Spence was starting to make his name.
Yeah. You still have
Floyd. Of course, Floyd Mayweather. That's when 147 was going crazy. Yeah. That was that era. That was my biggest era. Just every weekend, every fight, weekly fights, and everything like that. I'm tapped in enough to know what's going on. But I don't be on it every single day no more like I used to. Like I used to really be heavy in it. But I'm aware of the sport though. I love the sport of boxing. Big fan.
The reason why I asked you that because I remember I'm a little bit older than you, but I remember we had a boxing culture right here in America. It was like a boxing culture. It was strong. And now, a lot of cats like yourself who, you love boxing, hardcore fans and myself, they kind of like fell out. They don't really don't be on the internet like that.
I'm not on it like I used to be either, man. I used to love it, man.
Yeah, because there's a shift, and I'm trying to figure out what was the disconnect between people falling like for you. What was the disconnect after Floyd retired? What changed for you?
I think, man, more so for me, the politics. The politics always been there once you get old enough. As a kid, my pops and my uncles was always in the boxing. We raised in to watch boxing. You know what I'm saying? Even as a kid coming up, seeing Mike Tyson as a baby and all these other people we hear in these stories about Muhammad Ali, and then they tell that we could go back and see some of the footage of the other greats in the game. But I think the disconnect for me was us not getting certain fights that we wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel like when Floyd kind of left, he took a big piece of the entertainment side of it with him. Like we didn't have no more crazy entertainers like that. And then I feel like too, man, all of I guess the politics with the networks and, not the promoters and the show, they didn't build up too many more stars, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like it ain't just one thing to me. Politics, they didn't build up enough new stars. A lot of people, you can't knock people for going to get their money. Yeah. Never that. I'm not saying that, but the dark side of that is we don't get the certain looks that we might have wanted to see that would have drawn the people in. Plus, people was like, hey, we can go to UFC and just see a bloodbath.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of that played a little bit of a role. But I feel like it still got carried pretty good for a little bit. I feel like Earl Spence came in, did some stuff. I remember when he went overseas and fought Kell Brook. That was a big moment for me, like just seeing that with my guys at the crib, nigga, we in there turned up, and it was brought, it's day what happened in daytime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that fight was big. Even seeing Terence Crawford being able to build his name and come up. We had the Charlos that was doing their thing at one point in time before they went through what they went through. And then it was a lot of good stuff that was supposed to go to that next level. And I think it just all got halted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what you mean about the politics, because the politics control and dictate a lot of things, and a lot of this stuff was bubbling. As it relates to Texas, did it seem like, and we're going to pivot to Crawford and Canelo, but and Adrien Broner, because I want to ask you about him as well. Yeah. But did it seem like it kind of the boxing culture in Texas was huge? Especially you had Errol Spence, the Big Fish, like you say, the Charlo brothers. And it was around that time, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, when Spencer started coming up. I think Spence got the title in 17 from Kell Brook, somewhere up in there. He went to London somewhere around that time. He went and beat him up, and was the excitement was it a level of excitement in Texas or in Houston when it come up for boxing?
Oh, of course. Even though, we do got the little clashes here and there with sports between Texas. Houston. I'm from Houston, so we got the little small little thing between Dallas and Houston or whatever, and thing with the sports stuff. But we was still tapped into we got boxing in Texas heavy. You know what I mean? Because even Andre Ward was down with
Jay Prince.
Yeah. So we even was tapped into that as well, and then we've had big events like Canelo that came and had big fights in Texas, whether it be San Antonio. Remember when Adrien Broner lost? I want to say that was in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was San Antonio. Right? He lost to Mark Maidana.
Yeah, so it was niggas from Houston driving to that. That was Adrien Broner's first loss. It was niggas driving from H-Town to San Antonio to see that fight. You know what I mean? Then, Jerry Jones was having Canelo fight in Jerry World.
Yeah.
People from Houston was going out there. And then vice versa. We had a couple big fights out here in Houston throughout the years. So we've always been a boxing, supportive boxing state. It's big when these fights go on in the city out here in Houston. The sports bars going to be filled. People going to go out and watch. People going to watch them at the crib and have fight parties. But all of our bars going to be filled too, where people like, hey, we going to go up here and watch the fight. Everybody's showing that you might pay 10 or 20 to get in. People gonna be in there watching the fight instead of ordering it at the crib at times. So we've always had a very big boxing following in combat sport following in general, but boxing always been heavy here, man. So to have people from Texas making a name and coming up, man, of course we tapped into it.
So did it seem like after the Crawford Spence fight, it took so long for that to happen, but after Spence lost to Crawford, and then Jermall Charlo, he ended up fighting Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
And what made me, I want to pivot a little bit. What made me kind of upset with Jermall Charlo, because I know people from Houston saying he ain't from Houston, he from Lafayette, Louisiana. They kicked him to the curb.
I claimed as Houston. I claimed as Houston at first. I ain't gonna BS.
Hey, look. But what I'm saying is, what pissed me off with him, bro, he ran against Canelo.
Yeah, he went in there and got a check. It is what it is. We can't sit up here and sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
You popped it, you sold it like you was gonna get in there and get active. You went in there and tried not to get knocked out. That ain't what that was supposed to be. You didn't go in there to win the fight. And I'm somebody that understands boxing. You don't get in there and slug it out with a person that's stronger than you. You don't get in there and just go swing crazy and try to prove to the people that you're a warrior. Now, there's times you might have to make that adjustment and get in your warrior bag, but he didn't do any of that. It was just like, hey, I'm here to get paid and not get knocked out. And that was obvious as a viewer. So, I didn't respect that fight by Charlo at all. I respect anybody that gets in the ring. Right. I respect anybody that put their life on the line, because these boxers are putting their life on the line, the lifestyle, the training. That you could die in that ring. So I'm always respect them for that. But your performance, no, sir, not at all. We ain't finna sugarcoat it. We can't do that. I'll be fake.
But you know what? No, what makes it even worse? I see the way Crawford performed against Canelo when he beat him. I was there in Vegas.
Dominate him.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, Jermall Charlo, you could have put up this, the same effort. Like, for Crawford to be able to do what he did to Canelo, he had to show heart and had to put effort in. Like, I'm like, man, you could have did the same thing.
Let's stop that right there. Crawford is 10 times better than Charlo as a boxer.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it at 100, skill-wise.
Yeah.
And he went in the fight as, I'm here to win. I'm not here just to get paid. I'm here to get paid, but the money in the bank. I'm here for my legacy. I'm here for my brand. I want to win. I want to show y'all I can be the best. I want to show y'all I can be one of the best boxers ever. I'm not just doing it to sell the fight. In my mind, I really think I'm him, and I'm putting in that work every day. So when y'all count me out against Canelo, I'm here to tell y'all I'm better than Canelo. And I've been saying it, and now I'm about to show y'all I'm the best of this era. So they went in that fight with two different approaches, man, from me watching from the sideline. And, I'm not a boxer. I'm not a person that's in the gym doing none of this. But bro, I wasn't. No. He went in there. He's a better boxer. It is what it is. We see that. Jermall will probably Charlo. And, I came in a big Charlo fan, and I respect him getting in the ring. I feel like Crawford would knock Charlo out. If not knock him out, he going to do him like he did Spence.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, hey, you know what? It's amazing you brought up Spence, because what was the culture like around that time? Because I know a lot of people were saying that, we know about the situation with Spence got in a car accident. Mm-hmm. I'm from Florida, so I hear a lot, but you're there. So, you can't hear, you don't know what to believe, on the internet. I listen to different podcasts, so Say No to Skull, and I listen to you all the time. And I remember following that. I don't know what type of lifestyle Errol Spence was living at that time that led up to the accident.
Well, people were saying drinking, man. I don't know for sure, though. Did they ever confirm that? Did he come out and say that he was drinking and stuff a little bit?
No, he didn't. No, you know what? No, he didn't come out and say that. As of late, he came out and said that, he wasn't always doing the right things throughout his career. Okay. He was abusing his body. That's what he said on Twitter. But he didn't come out and say, yeah, I was drinking, I had a drink. He never came out and said that.
Yeah, see, it's a difference between having a drinking problem or being somebody who like to casually drink. And we know in boxing, even being, some boxers do drink. You know what I mean? But we do know, like, hey, every time you drink that alcohol, you're going to have to work 10 times harder to get it off of you. It's not like you're a person that's like, oh, I just want to stay in shape just for the look. Nah, you got to stay in shape for combat. So I don't really know if he was drinking or something. You know, he had the glare. I know he had the eye problem, whatever, from the wreck. I don't remember, but I thought I did. I might have seen him out. I don't want to be wrong about that, though, man. But if he came out and said it, I heard all those rumors online, too. I don't really get into those because I can't confirm none of that stuff, and it wasn't documented proof that got made public. It was 1,000 rumors surrounding him in Dallas, and the way that wreck happened and the way that it looked with the wreck is like, bro, what did you really have going on? But I couldn't confirm nothing, and then I'm from Houston. I'm 3.5 hours away from them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I didn't really know everything, and I'm not tapped in to all this stuff that was going on. So I would be just reporting rumors if I came on here and said anything. But if he came out and said, yeah, bro, I wasn't really focused at that time.
Yeah, he said that. He said
if he wasn't focused, then there you go. You know, I don't know what he was saying about take care of his body. I thought I seen alcohol. And, you know, whenever you got a wreck, people gonna think, bro, you was drinking. You know what I mean? Was you drinking? Because we just see how that happens so much on the road with athletes or just people in general. DUIs is heavy and it's very dangerous. And every time you get on that road drunk and you have a wreck, you could have lost your life or killed somebody else. So, and this is a nigga who like to drink himself on the weekends. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I ain't finna go do all the other stuff. But would you?
No, it's amazing you said that because I don't know how much you know about Adrien Broner. You know, now back in the day when you was watching the boxing back then, you know, AB was that guy.
I watched AB come into this thing and make a name when his daddy was brushing his hair. He was running through everything, and at 1:30, we was on him early. We was on him early. I had several friends. Recipes to my bro Byron. I used to talk to him about boxing all the time. My bro BP, his pops, his brother Steve. We all was just super locked in on boxing every single week. We gonna text, we gonna call, we gonna pull up to somebody's house. Hey, I'm gonna go up here and watch the fight. So we watch AB come into this thing, man.
Man, so you know, you remember when AB was on the highest of the high, he was ripping up $20 bills, flushing them down the toilet. He was throwing money out the window, saying he don't keep anything less than 100 in his pocket, 150. You know, all that. Like you say, daddy brushing his hair, rich homie Quan walking up to the ring, French Montana.
You forgot, AB was a rapper. AB went on tour with Soulja Boy. You remember that? AB had music. AB got songs with rappers. AB went on tour with Soulja Boy. He was opening up. He was doing songs with running with Rick Ross. He was he had a YouTube channel. He got a YouTube channel. AB.
Yeah.
I was clicking it. We were bro. I used to be in the barbershop watching Adrien Broner YouTube channel. He on there dancing, doing all the stuff with his brothers, acting the plum fool.
Yeah. And see, that's what everybody loved about AB, acting the fool, this and that, dancing to the ring. You know, after the Marcos Maidana fight, I lost like $400 on that fight because I ain't know who Marcos Maidana was like that. That's my AB finna beat the brace off the dude. And I saw the lead up to it. Man, that dude put hands and foots on AB in that fight. And
that got Maidana to fight with Floyd. That changed his life and made him retire.
Yeah, you know what? He hasn't fought since. He had
fought that one, then he fought the rematch with Floyd, and then that's when he retired after that rematch.
Yeah, he retired. So the thing is, AB is rumor is that he's broke. I was in Vegas. Again, I haven't seen his bank account, so I really don't know. But you know, this is the rumor. I was in Vegas. You know, he was pissy drunk at the Fontainebleau Hotel. There's a video out there I just showed here yesterday where he's in a restaurant. And he had a $2,200 bill, and he was trying to skip out on not paying the bill. You know, I have the video on right here. Somebody videoed it who was with him, and they posted it. So let that sink in. And
isn't that video old?
I don't know.
I thought I saw that video before, like last year or 2 years ago with AB and him. I don't know for sure though, but it got circulated. It was on every single blog. And I don't know, and I can't confirm that, but I feel like I saw that video like a year or two ago, maybe 3 years ago, where he did that, and then I feel like it got recirculated because of him being drunk and acting a fool on the camera and so with Mason.
You know what? You know what? I didn't. You might be right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, because I don't know if it's recent or not, but we know he was acting drunk on the Cameron show. And
Not facts.
so matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. Hold
I
on.
can't confirm. It might be new though. I don't want to be wrong. I just feel like I saw that video with him already, or maybe it was a different place.
Hold on.
Maybe it was different where he did that at, and he was like trying to skip out on the tab at a different time.
Let me see. Can I show you this right here? Yeah. This it right here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know if you saw.
Because we got to square this up tonight.
Is this an old one, Ant?
That's what I thought. I thought that this one was old, like that it was like a year or two old, but I feel like it could be new. But for some reason, I feel like I saw that video already, and then it got recirculated because he was back in the news for doing something drunk again.
Yeah, because the Cameron and Murder May show, you know, with Stat and all of that. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, fam. That was, I felt bad for him.
Yeah, you do. It's like, yeah, bro, you tripping. We gotta call it. If you're in the media, you gotta call it out. You gotta say this is inappropriate. You gotta say that this is wrong. Hey, bro, we gotta get you up out of here. You don't want to, like, that ain't it. You gotta speak against it, but at the same time, it's like, oh, bro, what are you doing? Like, you got to get some help. We don't want to see you go out like this because we know how this ends for people. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like what? Okay, a lot of people saying that he need help. I physically saw him. I physically saw him in Vegas, and I'm telling you, bro, he got some dudes around him. You know, now this ain't no source to say I was right there. Man was drunk. You know, he took a lot of pictures. He was drunk. He was slurring this and that. And I'm like, fam, like a lot of people tried to help AB. At some point in time, do you feel that there has to be a level of accountability that he has to take on his life, and, you know, some type of intervention that people may want to try to do for him? How do you feel about that?
As a grown man, there has to be accountability all the time. Because like I tell people, bro, once you get to a certain age as a grown man, people don't feel sorry for you no more. It just is what it is. And I say probably just the general demographic, depending on what it is, but even not depending on what it is or it ain't. Once you hit like 30, a lot of them sob stories and how people really feel, they be like, hey, bro, it's on you. That's just the nature of being a man. You know, we get respected off of what we can provide. You know, that's just what it is. So with him, it's all on him. Can't nobody come save him. He got to take full accountability for his actions and see what he's doing. But the thing is with Adrien Broner, as talented as he was, he showed and done so many things that was like, hey, I have to go against the grain. I'm going to do something stupid for attention right now.
Right.
He done that so much throughout his career. Like, we've seen it, like, hey, I'm going to get after the fight and I'm going to say the dumbest thing ever right now. You know what I mean? Like, hey, after the post-fight, let me get on here and say something stupid that's going to rub people the wrong way. Or let me get in here and say something stupid that's going to rub people the wrong way. Or I'm intentionally trying to rub people the wrong way. And the last time we see them in the ring, didn't his teeth get knocked out?
Yeah, teeth get knocked out by Blair Cobb down in Miami. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, man, what are we doing, AB? Like, you got to get the help, brother. And it's on him, bro. Can't nobody make you stop doing drugs. You have to stop doing them on your own. You know, we don't look at alcohol as a drug, but it is. They say alcohol addiction is one of the hardest addictions to like go through as far as withdrawals, more so than other drugs. I've seen that before. I've seen people report and speak on that, like alcohol addiction. If you are really physically addicted to alcohol, they say that's harder to shake back than the other hardcore drugs. So if he's an alcoholic, he's in for a tough fight, man. And we can see it. I don't like to say that. I don't want to diagnose, bro, from the Wi-Fi, the camera, or the microphone, or the internet. But we can see he got some demons, man. And all we can do is pray for bro.
So my thing too is, because my brother had alcohol problems as well. But my thing too is you know, you will have so many, because he had affiliations he's with Al Heyman. You know, I remember Al Heyman back from the music industry, how powerful he was, and Floyd Mayweather. So he got two of the best people in his corner from a financial standpoint, or just you got relationships. Because, you know, this thing is about relationships. You got
100%.
relationships with some key people. And I kind of feel like, I don't know, man, and maybe he burnt his bridges with people over the years. I don't know.
Well, don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, people always say it's the people around you. Look at the people he got around him. He ain't got nobody around him. Bro, the people around you can't make you do something if you're not the person that want to do nothing. Because the people around you can only tell you so much. We say that a lot. And we say that in the mindset that, hey, bro, dog moving foul, he moving wrong. He got people around him that's encouraging him to do wrong, and they ain't telling him or nothing. A lot of people be having niggas around them that will tell them something, but they not listening to him regardless. You can't beat a man. You can't pull out your leather belt and beat a nigga down for when he don't want to act right. So that's why I say, too, like people say, man, he ain't got the right people around him. He don't got the right team around him. Bro, can't nobody force you to do nothing. Can't nobody force you to speak correctly. Can't nobody force you into rehab to go stay there. Can't nobody hold you down as a grown man, bro. You your own. You got to get better. It got to be in you. You got to be there spiritually. You got to be there mentally. You got to get there physically first before other people can help you. Because if you still down bad, all the help that's being offered in your direction, all you doing is rejecting it. And that's going to make people turn away. It's a hard conversation to sit down and tell a nigga, hey, bro, you got a drug problem. You got an alcohol problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I done grew up with niggas that I done grew up around and just been around that had drink problems. Like, hey, bro, you really got a drink problem, nigga, but I can't. Do you know that's a tough conversation to have with a nigga? Because if you tell your bro, if I sit out and tell my bro, hey, nah, you drinking too much oil, bro. You pouring too much oil. A nigga, that's what say they be like, man, y'all being fake. It's hard to tell your partner or a nigga you care about because you think he ain't gonna rock with you no more. Hey, dog, you drinking too much oil, bro. You pouring up too much, bro. Yeah. Man, you drinking serve every day. You calling the nigga, you calling up on at least a deuce or a line. Nigga be like, bro, what you trying to say, my nigga? I'm good. You feel me? And it's like, it's a tough conversation to have, bro, and it ain't easy if you really got somebody like that. But with alcohol, when you stumbling over stuff, you acting belligerent, you disrespecting people, and I would think it would be easier to say, hey, bro, put your arm around, hey, bro, you tripping, dog. You my bro, you crashing out, you about to go to jail, you about to mess off your life, you gonna burn the house down with this alcohol stuff you doing, bro. We ain't doing it no more. And that's the decision that person has to make. And Adrien Broner got to want to get help. It is what it is.
It go back to what you said. We was talking about accountability. At some point in time, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror as a man and accept accountability, accept responsibility for your own actions. And he's the guy. He's the guy that came from nothing and made millions. And now it appears that he's, well, according to what he said he broke, ain't got no money. He did say that online, but he doesn't have nowhere near what he had in the past. It's like, dude, you didn't have it. You came from nothing. You made something, with the highest of the height. And then now, you know, you turned pro. He turned pro in 2008. So he's been boxing for 17 years as of today, 17 years. And I'm like, fam, like you say, it's hard to feel sorry for him. But to pivot a little bit, the Canelo Crawford fight. What did you think of? I don't know if you saw it. What did you think about that fight?
Yeah, I watched that one in New York. I was in New York that weekend, man. I hate that I didn't get to hear the sound because I was in a bar and they had like a party there in New York, and they want the people to be able to hear the sound. But I got to watch it clear. I watched every round, the full fight. Man, congratulations to Crawford. He dominated, man. Really dominated. Really showed up and showed out. I knew that he had the skill set to beat Canelo. I really, because I understand boxing, that weight had me like, oh, man, is he going to be able to manage this weight at that level? I know boys walk around heavier, but actually getting in the ring at that weight, I know that a lot of people don't understand them technicalities in boxing, but I feel like he dominated front to back. In the first 5 rounds, I had maybe the second round to Canelo, if that. If that one, I feel like he completely dominated him, bro. Like showed up, showed out, footwork, counter punches. I feel like once Canelo seen like, oh, he ain't even affected by my power. He knew it was over with. Like, I ain't this, I ain't that. Then by the eighth round, he needed a knockout. This was a pure, if you want to raise your son or the next generation off of boxing, you need to show him this Crawford fight against Canelo and say, hey, this dude went up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes in what, 2 years?
In 2 years, yeah.
3 weight classes in 2 years and fought this man, and he dominated this way, and this is how he did it. That was a pure science display of boxing. So congratulations to Crawford. Dog Canelo out, man. Canelo a good fighter, too. Let's get that clear. He not a slouch. He's a top tier. So it's just, hey, I'm better.
Hey, you know what? It's amazing you said that, because a lot of people, I scored a 9-3. You know,
okay.
I spoke to Bud and I say, listen, man, you fighting Canelo on Cinco, you fighting Canelo on the Mexican Independent holiday, right? That's a big holiday for Mexico. And the Mexican Independence Day represent a lot of the Mexican Aztec warriors spiritually rising from the grave, and they're getting behind. So there's a spiritual aspect of it for Mexican Independence Day, and Canelo represents that ultimate warrior, the Aztec warrior for that culture. And you beat him on that day. You know, is in front of all of his fans and 41 million plus watching on Netflix. Was, some people can't get over it, because I'm seeing online, you got some content creators in boxing, they saying Crawford cheated. They saying there was something wrong with his gloves. They saying
I didn't see none of this. I'm in the wrong algorithm.
This is boxing. This is boxing, right? Hey, they said the man, because he's on snack, which he do take snack. Snack is a health supplement. I got snack products in my thing. But they said a lot. They said a lot of that he was running. They say he was running. Did you see any running from Crawford in the fight?
I saw boxing. Bro, running is when I'm out the way the whole entire fight. I boxed, I moved. Canelo had times he was right in front of him and couldn't capitalize. The man was blocking, head movement, and all that. It's just he got outboxed. He didn't come with no excuses. But the people that is caught up on the warrior side of things, if you fight enough battles, the thing is a war. What's the pre-word for warrior? The prefix is war.
War, yeah.
If you have enough wars, you will eventually lose. That's why he has those losses on his record already, because he fought those wars. It's about an honor thing as well. You're not finna beat everybody. You fight enough, you gonna lose. You're gonna have them exceptional ones like Mayweather and Crawford and things like that who didn't lose, but
that's not the norm.
That's not the norm, bro.
Yeah.
Crawford was just better. All them old excuses, that's not warrior mentality. You got to take your L's like you take your W's, man. We just gonna call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your L's like you take your W's. If you can't take the L the same way you take your W, then this is the wrong game for you. It is what it is. So to all the people out there who want to make this a thing of, I got to go against him, man, that man earned that fight fair and square, man. And we know this, man. He beat really, to be honest with you, he whooped Canelo ass. And Canelo know he got his ass whooped. It is what it is, bro. Why they getting upset? It ain't no big deal. He lost. He not tripping because he know he lost. Yeah. He know, hey, man, dog was better than me, bro. I ain't had nothing for him. Ain't Canelo cut. We just seen Canelo cut off the ring before, right?
Yeah.
And you can go look in that fight when Canelo was right in front of that man, right? With the opportunity to get his stuff off, right? Several times. That don't make sense, bro. He didn't have it. It is what it is.
So I need to tell you the story about this flag. I don't know if you ever seen a Mexican flag up close, but you probably have. You from H-Town. So when I was in Vegas, one of Canelo fans got so upset that Canelo lost that he threw the flag down.
Oh.
He threw the flag. The man denounced La Raza, and he threw the flag down. So I saw it in the hotel, the Luxor Hotel. I saw it on the ground and decided to pick it up. and I brought it home. I'm right here in Tampa, Florida. I brought it home. I washed it, cleaned it, and I'm wearing it around my neck. You get what I'm saying? Because I say, look, the man denounced La Raza. He denounced Canelo. I said, Canelo's a great fighter. Don't denounce Canelo. He lost to a hell of a nigga, man. He lost to a hell of a nigga. Like, that dude right there is a once in a generation of lifetime talent right there. He ain't losing no hobo Sam from the liquor store or shouted big nuts, from the gas station. He lost to Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I got the flag. So what do you have any parting words for those who may have switched out on Canelo because he lost to Crawford?
Y'all fake. That's the thing, y'all is what it is, bro. You gonna turn your back on dog when he didn't put his whole life on the line ripping for y'all country, and y'all putting too much into it, and you can't whoop him. See, you can't whoop Crawford. Crawford will knock you out. You get in the ring, you going night the first round, bro. So you putting too much stock into this. It must be something a little bit deeper if you're throwing your whole flag away, because you know your people, they gonna turn your back on you throwing that flag away. But what happened was we got a lot of gambling degenerates. He probably lost his whole everything on that fight, put it all on Canelo. But like I said, this wasn't a fight I could bet on. I was rooting for Crawford, no doubt about it. I just was like, and I didn't think that Crawford would get knocked out at all. I would say, because I'm looking like Canelo neck.
They
got that big wide neck. I'm like, dang, bro. The weight that he got on him over Crawford and that size already and the experience of him fighting even people bigger than him, like Beevil and all them. Yeah. I'm like, bro, he gonna have a weight advantage on, bro. That's the only thing I was looking at. But other than that, I'm like, nigga, you ain't got nothing for Crawford. Boys like, oh man, he finna do. I say, man, watch what we finna see, nigga. He finna show up and show out on him and dog them out. Canelo got whooped out, man. It is what it is, bro. You fight enough, you gonna take a L. Y'all boys need to get out y'all feelings. Quit, get your panties out of bunch. Tomorrow's another day, and another way. Canelo will be back. Stop turning your back on your people because they lost, man. It is what it is. It's pathetic.
Hey, check this out. So I had a call yesterday, right? And dude from Baltimore. I ain't gonna say his name. He know who he is. It's a white dude though, and he say that he said Canelo didn't get dominated. That's fine. Whatever, right? Whatever he say, right?
What fight was he watching?
Yeah, I don't know what fight he was watching, but he said y'all are getting. He said y'all are getting out of hand. You taking it too far. So I said, who is y'all? He said, black folks. I'm tired. So he wanted to say niggas. Like, look, I'm tired of you niggas, dog. Y'all getting out of hand. Every time y'all win, because he picked Canelo to win, Canelo lost. So he like, black folks, I'm tired of y'all. You getting on my nerves, this and that. Then what he was saying. And I'm laughing like a motherfucker, right? Because he's obviously a bigot. But I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm like, he hurt. He really hurt. He just said we getting out of hand. Do you feel that black folks is getting out of hand? Big Ant, how you feel about that?
Hell nah. We ain't nowhere near out of hand. See, I ain't been in the boxing forums. Them boys out of hand. They came in out of hand and out of pocket. They made this shit a race thing, man. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing about us. If our people don't earn the fight, we gonna say they lost, goddammit. If that nigga Crawford would have went in there and got his ass whooped, we would have said, hey boy, you let us the fuck down, nigga. We ain't finna go up there and try to make up no excuses. That's one thing we don't do.
Yeah.
See, we've done that on some civil shit, on some get back shit, shit like the Rodney King beating and shit like that. When niggas want that get back on that type shit. But in a combat sport, if we see you go out here, you and another man in the ring, and that man beat you, and everybody know he beat you, we ain't finna say, oh, we got to ride with that because we black, bro. We going to say, oh, nah, nigga, they cheated, bro. Nah, that was closer than that. Or you ain't that. We hold our people like, hey, nah, you ain't earned that one, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's how we is as people. Now, certain other people, some people from other places, oh, I'm riding with mine no matter what. Nigga, hey, that nigga didn't win. I don't care. Y'all trying to rub it in our face because y'all racist against us. Man, we ain't racist, nigga. That nigga just lost, my nigga. This is what it is, bro.
Jermall
the man
Charlo
told you he lost, goddammit. Why y'all can't accept it? Why y'all just can't accept it, man? Take your mama titty out your mouth and accept your goddamn L. I had one of them dudes come on mine after Ryan Garcia ass got caught cheating and came up with all these excuses. You know what I told him? I said, hey, bro, if Devin Haney or Floyd Mayweather or even now Terence Crawford tested positive for any of that bullshit, you'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Never. But now we supposed to say, oh, this ain't no big deal. It was just a little bit. A little bit don't show the amount that he had in his system. It just showed that it's there.
Yeah.
That he took something. That's all that is. They always be wanting to make these goddamn excuses and just not accept the fact that they really is racist and they don't want a nigga to be on top. Just keep it 100. It's people that come and watch boxing from all races that just want to see good boxing. Whether it be a nigga, whether it be a white boy, whether it be an Asian, whether it be a Mexican, they just want good boxing. They gonna show up, hey man, whoever win, they want to go with how they really feel. Then you got these other people who come in, everything is race. Oh, I don't want them niggas on top. It just is what it is. Niggas can beat ass. Terence Crawford is a professional ass beater, and he beat Canelo ass, man. Everybody saw this shit. Canelo he thought about this shit like, man, nigga fucked me up, man. God damn. I ain't think it was going to be like that. He beat the shit out that boy. He just didn't knock him out, which he didn't need to knock out, but he got outclassed. Why you think they ain't talking about no rematch? Rematch for what? Fuck we need the rematch for? Talking about, oh, man, they need a rematch. Nigga, they don't need to re-shit. What they need to do is regroup. Nigga, they don't need no rematch. We need regrouping around this motherfucker. They got to go back to the fucking drawing board. Dog that threw his flags, he need a goddamn re-soul search. And the other white dude that came on here and said that shit, he need a whole goddamn revision of his decision-making in his life because he a grown-ass man invested into this race shit, into sports. Now, I expect people to ride with their people. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. I ain't no bullshit, nigga. Like, if a black brother fighting, I'm going to ride with the brother. Yeah. If you Mexican, you ride with the Mexican. That's understood. That is not an issue. That's not a problem. It's that other little sidebar shit y'all start doing and not want to give niggas they credit. Niggas know niggas can squabble, man. Niggas know Mexicans got heart, man. But niggas know how to beat ass. It just is what it is. Floyd Mayweather been beating ass. Floyd Mayweather whooped a lot of people's ass. Crawford done whooped a lot of people's ass. If Adrien Broner would have kept his shit together, he would have whooped a lot of ass. And it's more ass whoopings to come. We know this shit don't stop.
Hey, so you funny to the
I'm lit. Am I rolling my line?
You funny to the motherfucker.
Shit, we been whooping ass, man. That's what niggas do. Niggas whoop ass.
Hey, you the realest dude I had on this. You and another dude from DC. It's about 4 of y'all I don't have on. Hey, bro, you hilarious. Hey, check this out. I want to talk about, I'm looking at the boxing culture, right, with some of these fighters like Adrien Broner and stuff like that. But you know what I talk about all the time too, Ant? What? The street shit, the code. Yeah. You know, I seen you cover a lot of stuff that was going on with Young Thug. Yeah. You know, Gunner, R.I.P. to Young Dolph, man. You know, just
God bless, man. Rest in peace.
Nipsey Hussle. You know, Nipsey Hussle, all this stuff there. And it seems like I see you cover this stuff, right? And over here in Boston, they try to talk about the code. You know, we got to stick down and stuff like that. And I get that. And I explained the code over here because a lot of these guys, they're not talking about, you know, Neely Fuller, you know, who's the architect of the code that I know of, you know, talking about the, you know, how to combat racism, the compensatory code to combat racism and white supremacy. Okay. So in the street and in hip hop and stuff like that, when people talk about code, what's your understanding of what the code is as it relates to that in the street? Because I don't think it's talking about Neely Fuller.
Man, the code for black people don't come from none of this dumbass street shit. That's one thing we have to do because we have let white supremacy and we've let media and we've let these people water us down to everything got to be tied to some street shit when it's time for us to stand on something. Like, when it's time for me to stand up and ride for my people, I'm being tough. Or if a man is standing up for what he believes in, he got to be seen as a gangster or a tough guy. If a man is willing to fight or put any type of physicality or violence that he's transferring into being a gangster because he don't want nobody to play with him. In certain pockets, black men do understand that. But then you have the ones who stuck on ignorant because all they got is being tough. You understand what I'm saying? So they think, oh, all my violence and shit, this give me a knack. I got a badge of honor on me because I done did all this tough guy shit or this street shit. Cool. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But let's be clear here, bro. Being a man is first, foremost, second, third, fourth, and for shit show until you get to 1,000. Being a man is first. Our code go back to slavery days in this country, my nigga. Even before the colonizers came on here, we had a certain code of brotherhood and survival. We already had black people in America before the Europeans and them colonizers, these evil motherfuckers came to America. So, of course, we had tribes that were black in America that had to, do their survival tax. It might have been little discrepancies or issues, but you already knew it's an honorable thing to take care of thy brother. Don't sell thy brother up the river. If we in this, we in this together. Then when the colonizers came in, put us into slavery, the code is you don't help out that white man. See, niggas don't realize the police was slave catchers first.
Yep.
So you don't tell these slave catchers what your people got going on. You don't tell massa in the highs, because we got a lot of house niggas now, telling massa what niggas got going on. Nah, that's slavery time, man. We don't cooperate with them slave catchers. So we already had a disdain because the legal system in America has always worked against us. This is a fact. Segregation in America was a thing until only 60 years ago. We talking 1964. Segregation, meaning, hey, y'all are beneath us by law. We are against y'all. So why would we do anything legally with these people to work against our people? We've been over here for hundreds of years, centuries, half a millennium plus. Only 60 years ago did they even look at us as equal people on paper. So why would we help these same people that's enforcing these laws? So that's what the no snitching shit with us come from. That mob shit, these gangsters and these mob dudes and old murder, they made it into a criminal thing. We didn't make it into no criminal thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they can have the credit for that. The gangsters, the mobsters. Did we have people getting involved in gangster lifestyle early? Yes. Did we have people in America that was black, that was criminals? Yes. But making it like that, I was come from morals and principles and integrity. So nowadays, what these niggas want to do is, oh man, it's this, and nobody stick to the code. No. Snitching means I don't want to take accountability for my actions. I don't want to take accountability for my time or something that I did, something I benefited from, a lifestyle that I jumped into. They own me right now. So what I'm going to do is throw you away to save myself. That's not something that men do. And if you go against that, you're going against your integrity, your morals and principles, because you saying, fuck that man life, it's about me. Meaning if we on a tightrope, hey bro, it's a risk. We got 5 people on the top rope. I'm at the top. And I got 4 people hanging beneath me. Man, this fight is getting tough. It's getting tough. We pulling. But these are people that I once called brother. These are people that I once called friends or family sometimes. And it's like, hey, well, dang, bro. I see y'all dying now. But, man, I don't know if we going to make it. We like, nah, bro, we good. Let's just thug it out a little bit longer. You say, fuck that, and you cut the rope and let everybody else fall. That's what snitching is, bro.
Yeah, so I'm glad you explained it, because a lot of people talk about this code, and I say this all the time. I say ain't no damn code. Ain't nobody following no code in the street, because you hear what Young Thug saying in an interrogation room. I said all that shit cool. All that shit cool to when the white folks come put them platinum braces on you and they take your ass to that police station, or you in that courtroom, that cold ass courtroom, and you're in front of that judge and they go to talk about 50 and 60 years, and you go to think about that big booty red bone you got at home, or your baby mama, or the lifestyle you was living prior to being locked up, and then the first thing you want to do is try to save yourself. But however, with the criminal element, this what comes with it. If you wanna make a commitment to committing crimes, understand that this is what's gonna come with it. So if you get what I'm saying, if you ain't willing to go through that, because they like to what I noticed what they're doing in the media, they like to glorify the bullshit. They like, you know, everybody talking, we chasing the bag and we doing this. We glorifying the negative shit that's keeping us fucked up. But there's another side to it. You want to glamorize 100%. The street thug shit. The other side, boy, when you get in that motherfucking courtroom or your ass doing time in the feds, and the motherfucker talking about, you know, you gonna find out what a 5K1 is. You don't told somebody your case, motherfucker coming back. To get that
groups, meetings, proffers, debriefings, corroboration, informants, and they got all these codes and numbers. You know who, you know, God bless and rest in peace to Pimp C. He used to go on rants, and he got so many interviews on the internet that I go back and watch a lot. How people we got away from putting a lot of social commentary into the music. And in social commentary and music, you tell both sides of it. You don't just tell one side. That there will be people that will tell on you. There will be people that's gonna, you know, if you go to prison, they're gonna try to slide in on your baby mama. They're gonna slide in on your girlfriend, or they gonna forget about you. And now sometimes people don't even forget about you. Just in the free world, when you go to prison, you cut off. No matter what you done did for a nigga, no matter how many times you done paid for a nigga, took a nigga out, whatever, looked out for niggas. When you go behind them walls, you in a new world of your own at times. You know what I mean? So that's another part of the game. I just say this. There are a lot of people in prison who did take accountability for their actions. Right. Some people in prison, they didn't have an opportunity to tell on nobody. It wasn't nothing that they could give. Right. But there are a lot of people who could have given people up, but they said, hey, what type of nigga would I be? And Wyatt Finlucci just said that too as well. And I've been saying this. Wyatt Finlucci just reiterated it. Hey, fam, what type of nigga would I be to tell on these other guys who rock with me, who in this with me, and send them to prison so I can go home to my family? What about their family? See what I'm saying? People don't like to have that conversation. And I like that Wyatt Finlucci is telling that other side of the story, because the guys that do corroborate and tell, they're never going to tell you. They rarely going to say, hey, bro, man, I told because I was ready to come home, bro. I didn't want to accept that time. I didn't want to accept that time. So I went on ahead and just gave it up, bro. I wasn't built for it. That's hard for these niggas to say.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it is. You went in there and told because you want to save yourself. You wasn't built for the consequences of your actions. That's why I say this telling stuff is not no street stuff. Once you out of elementary, middle school, and high school, once you a grown man, see, elementary, middle school, high school, you learning whatever. But y'all are grown men now. Understand what I'm saying? You as a grown man, once you hear you niggas is 25, 24, 23, 26, 27, you know what this is already.
Yeah.
You already understand what you're doing. But what happens is you break. You get in the cold room. You get inside of everything bad. You in Hell's Kitchen. You in that freezer. You in that swamp with them gators. Because this is what's going through your mind. Man, what they gonna do to me, dog? Man, bro. What they know. So your mind is weak. They don't want to say I'm weak mentally. Because that's why niggas tell, because if they knew better, they'll do better. Yeah. If you don't give them nothing and they're asking you questions, if they already had what they needed, they not finna talk to you about nothing. See what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to know that. And let's stop letting them dumb us down like this is some street stuff. Telling is, hey, I'm not holding a code as a man. Because if somebody doing, let me give you an example. Somebody is on the stock market, right? And they doing that stock fraud stuff. They whole fortune, all their money was being made off of doing illegal stocks, right?
Inside of trading and stuff.
Inside of trading.
Yeah.
So they get caught. Shouldn't that man take time for his crime? And hey, bro, they got me on this, they got me on that. I was doing insider trading. I done ran up millions. I done had the women, the cars, the lifestyle for doing insider trading. They come to you and say, well, give us who else was working with you and we give you some time off. Now, this guy's not a street guy. He's not in the street, but he's a criminal.
Yeah.
It's criminals in every single lifestyle, every race. I know people don't believe this. They think that only black people are criminals. It's people from other races that are they got way more criminals than we got as black Americans. Blacks in America is way more criminals in other races throughout the country. Being a criminal is not an American thing. That's it's a human thing. It's criminals all over this world. People don't even know we nowhere near the biggest scammers. It be a lot of Africans that be scammers, a lot of Indians that be scammers, a lot of Arabs, a lot of different people from all over the world that be motherfucking scammers, man. This ain't no black thing. If you go tell on the other people, then you're just showing, hey, I'm a foul person. I got to take you down with you. I will cut you off and cut your water off and fuck up your living situation to save myself because I don't want to go down alone, man. They keep trying to make this thing be this other conversation that people be happy, and people have to know this, bro. Any lawyer will tell you inside of an interrogation room, if the police are asking you question, it is your Sixth Amendment right that you should follow, that you better follow, and know to follow. I need legal representation here. That's just what that is. This ain't got nothing to do with being a street dude or a gangster, bro. But they gonna keep dumbing it down in hip hop, and with this culture, then we got all these outsiders coming in here and tell us how to move and how to think and how to feel. That's not how that works at all. Oh, they say it's the Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment. My bad. Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, Fifth Amendment. Yeah. It's amazing you say that. I talk about that over here as well. Just pretty much the cold shit. It's really some bullshit, and it seems like that. I call it the nigga shit. They marketing that towards younger people who looking up to this shit. They're like, yeah, man, they glorifying it, glamourifying it, making it look sexy. I'm like, man, this shit, like a lot of people who be flogging on social media, making it look like they're richer than what they is. You go on Instagram, you see the female, she the baddie, she got the BBL, she look good. I know dudes, I know dudes personally, fam, they'll go to a luxury, pivoting a little bit, they'll go to a luxury car dealership, shoot a video in the car, whatever, have some fugazi jewelry on, and they start giving motivational speeches on Instagram stories. Yeah, man, you too can make it. A lot of, a lot of, social media. You could be what you want to be on social media. Right. You get what I'm saying? So you see that, you do what? How do you let people know? Let me know this. Let people know how long you been on YouTube putting out content. Like when you started your channel.
7 years now, man. I started the channel 2017. Towards the end of probably like around this time, 2017. Matter of fact, Hurricane Harvey, the weekend before Hurricane Harvey, which was the week that Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor. We had a hurricane out here in H-Town. Started that week there first, and then that was just like dropping little clips. Didn't really start doing the content until 2018. Started saying I'm gonna try to take it serious in January, but about April 2018 is when I just said, hey man, I'm going for the gusto in this right here. This is what I'm doing every day now. So April 2018 was when I officially decided I'm gonna just go directly to YouTube and drop videos every single day.
The lane that
April 2018.
The lane that you're in, like me, I'm in boxing. Right. So I'm someone, what do you do? I'm a boxing content creator. I cover pretty much everything as related to sport of boxing and different sports as well. What genre are you in for people who may want to know?
I'm gonna say hip hop first. Hip hop first, most definitely. It's hip hop first. I'm hip hop first. Hip hop is a reflection of Black American culture. It's what we do every day. It's our lifestyle, the way that we talk from city to city, state to state, region to region, neighborhood to neighborhood, and it's different cultures in every prominent Black area that's spread out, even to like the little towns or areas surrounding major cities or an hour away from a major city. And that genre right there just produces so much conversation that the world is intrigued by.
Right.
It's from music, to fashion, to quarrels, to the point where even our personalities in our culture, and there's levels to it. You got the low level who just getting started, whether it be rap, whether it be comedian, whether it be entertainer, whether it be blogger, whether it be YouTuber, and it just goes up and up and up on every level for everything in the game, to where it eventually gets to a point that everything is news that be going on for us. And if you follow the blogs, every state that got a prominent Black lifestyle, they got a blog there, or 2 or 3. We probably got 300 blogs in Texas that's in the hip-hop realm. And then everything that we cover, like I say, not every Black person is hip-hop. Not every Black person is hip-hop. But the Black people that are hip-hop, they make everything they do hip-hop. So like Pac, his mom wasn't a hip-hop artist, but he's hip-hop. His mama's famous. His mama's famous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Biggie mama, famous. God bless her soul. God bless his soul. Pac soul and Pac mama soul.
And the Phoenix,
It's because our culture, we naturally make our people a part of our story. Even our basketball players. You know what I'm saying? They mamas become famous. Your family, we in the realm, we so like this, like prolific and different. Nigga, your entourage will be famous when you a rapper or a Black entertainer. The niggas that hang with you become popular. So it's kind of like, that's the lane that I'm in. I'm in that lane. I'm in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that first, but I'm able to bleed off into sports. I do sport. You know, I do boxing videos. You know, I cover a lot of that. You know, I cover a lot of boxing stuff when it hit. A lot of Tank stuff, Devin Haney. Of course, my boy Bill Haney, crazy ass.
Yeah,
like
Bill,
that nigga, they'll be having me laughing, dog. That nigga's
Bill
hilarious.
funny.
Even when Floyd pop out and do something crazy. Adrien Broner ain't boxing no more, but we covering that.
Yeah.
Because he's part of, you go on the Cameron and May show, they hip-hop first, then they trans to sports. You see what I'm saying? We put everything together, so I'm hip-hop first, but I'm going to cover a little bit of all. I covered the entire election. The entire election, I covered it. I covered that whole thing. I covered crimes like in the city. I just covered the 13 dead bodies found in Houston bayous this year. Houston bayous, and then we had 5 bayous, and we had 5 this week in the bayous. I just covered the hanging in Mississippi. I've covered a lot of that stuff. I've covered Breonna Taylor. I recovered a lot of things, bro. Like, so I'll be all over the place with it, but I'm gonna be hip-hop first.
But see, this is the thing, right? So what I love about what you do, it allows you the opportunity to cover more issues, because it's all pretty much the same as it relates. You get what I'm saying? Because the people want the information. And what I'm doing with boxing is different. Like this channel, the boxing, they only want to hear about specifically boxing. So it kind of narrows me myself, and it kind of like pigeonhole me in a little bit, you know, because I kind of like, like what you're talking about. That's really what I was going to do when I first started my channel in 2021.
You should just do it. Like, people, you just don't abandon boxing.
Yeah.
You love boxing first. Like, I love rap and hip hop first. I'm gonna go rap and hip hop first. Hey, I just got to put a little bit more work in. Hey, it's gonna be a little bit more longer day. But hey, nigga, this and this and that. And then a lot of people, I'm not saying this for you, they don't want to start off with those other videos because they feel like their audience is not going to click them. Oh, well, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Like Thug say, nigga, drop those videos too, and then people will eventually start knowing, well, I can come here and get this as well. You know what I'm saying? So only certain videos is going to go up in the algorithm anyways. So for me, it be certain videos I drop. They don't get what the other videos get. But I knew this was a story that I want to cover, and I know that it's something that I felt the way about, and I knew that there is an audience for it, and people will see that, like, okay, well, this dude here has an opinion on other things as well. You be way more versed, and that grows your audience. Those other things grow your audience. If you just stay in boxing, that's cool. You can have a very big boxing channel. But if you touch on that other stuff too, just make the people go out, just make sure, if I drop some boxing, certain days I'm going to drop something else that I saw in the news that I cared about too. and people just gonna start rocking with it once you consistent with it. That's all they do. You know, it's a test. It's always a test, and I've been consistent on everything since day one.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because I've been pondering this for a while. I was like, man, I don't know if my audience is gonna be ready for this, because they know my boxing side, but it's a whole nother side of me they don't even know. And people who know me personally know that side, but they didn't know the boxing side. They were like, man, well, people who know me personally, they knew I always loved boxing. So I was like, man, how can I do how can I do this to get the audience to grow with me? Because I know, I know the boxing shit like the back of my hand. I study a lot of stuff. I study a lot of, I look at all the analytics. I got a lot of that shit. And I know, I even know what my audience watch, which channels they watch, which videos they watch. Because I have apps that tell me that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It'll tell me. So, but I was like, man, like I always want to talk about this, the street shit. Is because, one, I come from that. I did time. And it's like, man, I don't want these kids, these young ones to go, look, man, y'all being led in a path that's very self-destructive. We participate in our own self-destruction. We praise the nigga shit, the bullshit, and that ain't really what manhood is all about. This shit is about accountability. You got to have a work ethic. There's no such thing as overnight success, because a lot of times they be looking at the YouTube channels and thinking, okay, Big Ed, he got over 300-something thousand subscribers, and I want to do that. And I'm like, fam, it ain't that easy.
Hell nah. A lot of people, I have people, they make comments and they talk about the platform like somebody just gave me this 300. You see the way that they worded their verbiage when they speak about the channel, they speak about what I got going on. It's like, well, bro, you're talking to me like this 300 just popped up out of nowhere. Like, just certain things that they'll say is like, well, hold on, bro. Nobody gave me the 300K subs. Nigga, this was a process. Yeah. I'd have been down through the water in this, nigga, through the swamp. I done really went through it. I done got on flights. I done spent thousands on trips and didn't get nothing accomplished. I done went from coast to coast, from LA to Miami. I done drove in the car to New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama, Mobile, Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I done flew up to Detroit, outside in the cold, pulling up on independent artists, underground artists. Been to LA 3-4 times. Just went to New York and was out there streaming in New York. I don't know if y'all saw that. I was talking about the boxing match in New York for Fashion Week streaming. Yeah. Out there streaming, and I didn't make no money off of this. I don't make no money off of my YouTube lives. So I'm out there streaming for 2 hours just to build the brand and just to work and just like get that, just get that they're going. I know where I'm gonna make my money at is doing the videos, but I know like, hey, this all go hand in hand. I look at it like a lost leader. So people do need to know the true stuff, like you saying that this is not an overnight success. It is a grind. I get game. My game, see, a lot of niggas be trying to like, speak like they know so much and things like that. I don't get game from you old washed up niggas. You understand what I'm saying when I say washed up? Niggas that really just think they know what they talking about and don't. And when I say old washed up, not because of your age, because of your mindset.
Mindset, yep. I know what you're talking
about. You're not old because of your age.
Yeah, it's
mindset. You're old because of your mindset. That's when I call you an old washed up nigga. So some of these old washed up niggas think they got it all figured out with all the finessing and finagling and game running they be trying to put down. Hey, fam, I look at the niggas that was successful. I look at the niggas and I take little game, like Nipsey Hussle say, nigga, I steal advice from niggas. While I seen, that nigga was working 6-7 days a week. I heard Mayweather say, nigga, I'm in the gym every day. I don't do none of this. And I think to myself, well, dang, bro, if I get up and do this YouTube shit every day, eventually I'm going to build. I remember on the Joe Budden podcast, they had a conversation about the lost leaders. And they say, man, you put money into this and you know that you losing the money, but it's going to make the money come back in the long run, or losing that money here is going to make the money grow up over here. I take that type of advice from niggas, or the niggas that say, hey, bro, I have to stay in their face every day. I even take game from some of them nigga needers at times. Yeah. Like Vlad and you know what I'm saying? I get some. I get
Adam 12.
Yeah, Adam nigga needer 22.
Adam
I got
22,
some
yeah.
game. One thing that I say that I got from the nigga Neater Vlad going outside was he said you have to keep fresh content. And he said this before I started YouTube. He said this in an old Breakfast Club interview because I always been a nigga that get online every day and get on the internet and just check to see the news and what new rap videos or music then dropped. And he was on Breakfast Club and he said, my key to success, because he was number one on the websites at that time. This was World Star Hip Hop was popping. He was like, hey, he was number one.
Was this when the owner was still alive?
Yeah, when the owner was still alive,
yeah.
Vlad still had the number one website. And he said, that's because I upload new content every day. Every single day, I keep my content fresh, whether it be a clip, whether it be this, I make the traffic stay coming. And see, it be a lot of things that we don't be knowing because we didn't grow up doing that. It's not that they smarter than us. He not better than us. He got there first, and he got the information before us. Yeah. It ain't because they smarter than us. And also, hey, you got some information, nigga, Neater? That's supposed to be for us anyways because you doing that in our shit. So I'm going to take that little information from you and apply this shit to myself. So I'm getting up 7 days a week, and I'm making sure I drop something now.
How many, you know, there might be some people that's in the chat that's listening that may want to get on social media, may want to do this, you know, for a living. I had a mentor by the name of Roberto Blake. He's a slim, he's a brother, slim brother with glasses, look like a nerd. But Roberto Blake, I paid him like, you're gonna think this crazy, but I paid him like about $300 for like an hour and a half of his time, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, that's what he, you know, but this what he does for a living. So he did an audit on my channel, and he was like, man, you know, he said, look, YouTube is about the thumbnail and the title, right?
That's first.
Said, well, that's first, right? But once you build a following and stuff like that, then you ain't got to really lean on that so much. Yeah. He said, but at the same time, you got to have good content. You got to have good content because you can have the best thumbnails in the world, the best titles in the world, but if your ass can't deliver on the content, the people ain't gonna fuck with you. You know, simple as that. So the reason why I watch you, because you deliver on the content every time. You and others. I watch Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth. I watch doggone. I know a lot of people don't like Charleston White. I look at him as well. Yeah. You know, he get out of pocket, but I watch him. I watch. You know, I used to watch Vlad. I really don't watch Vlad. I don't watch Vlad no more. Yeah. I just watch when there be certain guests on. Like I like when he had Mac 10 on the show, and he was asking Mac 10 detective questions. Yeah, and Mac 10 didn't answer no questions, bro. Go back and look at that interview. Mac 10, he, you know, Vlad say, he said, Mac, you know, the situation about you and Cube, you know, I heard that y'all fell out because of this, and you know, they say that you took his brother-in-law and you beat him up and you did this. Is that true? And then Mac 10 say, who told you that? Where you heard that from? Like that's how he answered the question. You know, who told you that? Where you heard that from? Well, you know, I heard it from such. Oh,
boy from Wu-Tang was on some shit too.
Hold on, who?
Who was that? One of them dudes from Wu-Tang.
Was it Ghostface?
Nah, not him. The other one, bro.
Capadonna,
I can't remember, bro.
Jizza, Method Man.
Not Method Man. It was a different dude, man. That nigga was on that. He was on that with Vlad, like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you type shit. What's it called that did that shit? Of course, Pee Wee Longway, he the most infamous one. You God. It was You God. Go, that Vlad and You God shit is epic, dog. Like, that's a bad
I gotta go check that out. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, You God. And then, of course, Pee Wee Longway got the infamous one, Free Pee Wee Longway. I most definitely am a big Pee Wee Longway fan. Who else? Even old boy Booby Black, Kevin Gates, one of Kevin Gates OGs and brothers. Yeah. That nigga there is fucking hilarious. I fuck with Booby Black like I just unfollowed him and shit, but he went on Vlad and did the same type of shit. That nigga crazy as fuck, dog. So You God was crazy as hell. But I'll just say this, bro. Everything that dog told you is 1,000% fact, and you got to get in the field, man. With this game, bro, you got to get in that field. You got to get in that mud pit, and you can't be afraid to start from zero. You got to say, hey, bro, they going to talk about me. I'm going to look lame. They might say I'm a joke. They might say that shit ain't going to work. You got to take all that, and you got to be able to know it's going to get greater later. No matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to be a podcaster, YouTuber, streamer, on Instagram, whether you trying to be a barber, whether you trying to be a beautician, nail tech, you trying to start your own clothing line, you trying to start your own food truck. You have to have the same mindset in all of these lanes. And that mindset is to never quit. Take the bad right now. Be the joke right now. Be the laughing stock right now. Let them count you out right now. But if you stay dying for 5 years, just staying in their face with it, they gonna say, hey, man, that nigga ain't gave up yet. Man, even if they ain't never rocked with it, they gonna say, man, let me check bro out. And then you got to be able to deliver when they do check you out. But you got to have that love for it, though. That's where the love come in at, because if you love it, you're going to really try. And a lot of these people that's been grinding, bro, they've been grinding for 5 and 10 and 12, some 15 years to get where they at. But social media going to paint a picture like it happened overnight. Social media, some of these niggas shit did come rather quickly, but, you know, God got a different journey for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody path and journey going to be different. But a lot of these people y'all seeing that's successful right now, bro, they was grinding 10 years ago. They had them dark nights and lonely days, man. And then people got to know, most people in America ain't rich. Stop falling for the shit on social media. I don't give a damn how everybody looking like they balling and got it. Everybody ain't rich. Now, you do got some people that got that sack. That's a no doubt about that. But it's a lot of people that's not really rich. I don't know the exact percentages, but I'm pretty sure 90% of Americans are not making individually. 90% of Americans are not making what, $120,000 to $30,000 a year, probably. They're not making that. So that's what I'm saying. People presenting you a lifestyle like they making millions. Now they just stand out as opposed to what the people who ain't getting that get. Which that don't mean you a better person. That don't mean you above nobody or nothing like that. It's just the way that these dynamics break down. So you got to know, to get up there, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to find that way. You have to be dedicated. You have to put your soul on the line, your life on the line. You got to sacrifice time. You got to sacrifice sleep. You got to look at your schedule and say, how much time and what am I willing to give up and sacrifice to make this other thing work? And it can happen if you do it. You got to do your homework too. Try things, trial and error. Go do the research. Go see what's what. Be yourself. Be authentic on this YouTube thing. Come from the heart. Come from the soul. And if you're doing something foul, if you're a bad person, you could be that too. But you know them results going to be different for you in the long run if you're being bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, Ant, man. I really appreciate that. You gave me some words of encouragement right there, because you know the work ethic is there, this and that, the consistency. But now it's like I've been thinking about this for a while. I said, man, it's time for me to branch out. It's time for me to branch out, dog, because you know I'm really like Boston's really confound me in so many different ways, and I'm like I'm a lot more dynamic than just Boston and entertainment. So I'm gonna be doing some other things. But listen, man, I just dropped your link twice.
I appreciate it.
When I come to Houston, you know what I mean? Hold on. Let me ask you this, because this is a joke we got over here, right?
Yeah.
So we know Jay Prince put out years ago that, you know, you come to Houston, you got to check in. So
no, I ain't no goddamn checking in and ain't time. Now, what you gonna say?
Nah, so who I got to check in with? When I come to Houston, who I got to check in with?
Man, when you come to H-Town, you ain't got to check in with nobody, dog. You check into your hotel and go to sleep, nigga. We don't do that checking in shit out here, man. Fuck niggas talking about, nigga. I wish I would check in with a nigga in my city, nigga. I'm all over this motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Everywhere, every side of time, man. We pull up wherever and however. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Don't go put yourself in no bullshit, though.
Yeah.
If you look, I tell niggas all the time, Houston is a city that got all that bullshit if you looking for that. Yeah. Like, if you going in there with that crowd, if you coming out here on some street shit, then you might want to go get with some people. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you coming through one of them niggas with all the big time jewels on, then you ain't finna don't be just outside on no dry shit. Cause then the niggas might get up on you. They can spot, oh, this nigga ain't from out here. He looking like he ain't this or that. We'll go for that. But if you just coming out here to have a good time, man, you with your family or whatever, bro, you ain't got to check in with nobody, dog. The earth is our turf, man. Now, I ain't finna pull up in no nigga hood. Even out here, me being from here, I'm not about to pull up to no, because we got 100, and I don't know if people know, Houston is big as fuck. We got hundreds of hoods out here.
Yeah.
We got hundreds of hoods, and then we got sections. You got the areas. You got the areas and then you got the hoods inside of that area or that demographic or whatever, and you got apartments all over and everything like that. So I'm not gonna just pull up to somebody corner store and be out there acting a goddamn fool and flexing and let my nuts hang or nothing like that. But nah, bro, we're a welcoming place. If you ain't affected nobody, you ain't disrespecting nobody, man, you good. You pull up and have you a good time, just like you would at your house, man.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
what it is.
It's amazing. I mean, you broke it down very in closing. You broke it down very, very eloquently. And I said that over here as well. I said, listen, man, the check-in shit don't it only applies to people who's out there in the streets who really about that life. If you want to, I say anywhere you go, you better know how to act accordingly. You listen, you ain't got to go to Houston to find some shit you looking for. Right there in your city, whether you in Miami, Tampa, where I'm in Tampa, whether you in New York, whether you in Dallas, or wherever you at, you better act accordingly wherever you go at. And guess what? And even in your city, you got to act accordingly. Because it's certain, you might go somewhere where there's a bunch of YNs at. You ain't finna go over there with that rah shit. You get what I'm saying? Because every neighborhood got their own culture. Like I look at it like this here. The state of Texas, state of Florida, wherever you at, they have a culture. But then every city have their own culture. So that's the,
even
so
neighborhoods. Like people don't know in Houston is so big. We got different accents in different neighborhoods out here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what I'm saying? Different neighborhoods got different cultures. Well, like a nigga from here, they sound different the way they talk than a nigga from this neighborhood out here type shit at times. So it be like that, man. But nah, niggas is good, man. You just gotta know, bro. You give respect, you get respect. Yeah. Don't be on nothing stupid and crazy. You'll be all right, man. It ain't nothing like that at all. And I gotta get with Rick Ross again too, man.
You got his number?
Yeah, I think I got it. I think I got it.
If you ain't got it,
I gotta get with him next time. I don't know if they coming back out here, but I hate that I did an interview with Rick Ross. This is how I met Coach. And he came up to me interviewing Rick Ross, man. We did a crazy interview. I ain't gonna lie, that interview was finna go up too, because I was finna title it, man. I was finna put a good title on it. And it was gonna do what it needed to do for that moment, because I had already covered that little Rick Ross story with him and his boxer, and it had went up on the channel.
Yeah.
So I was finna have like some feedback on that, and I was gonna title it and make it go up again. But then that was gonna make it to where we had all this other good stuff we talked about in the interview, and the people was gonna see that. And Rick Ross is good on just a conversation in general, man. So salute to Rick Ross. And I hate that microphone, man. I miss so much content. Let me give some people advices, man. Check your mics. And this is basic game, but it's never too much. You can't get reminded enough. Check your mics before you record every time, bro. Because I done lost multiple interviews. I done did this shit 3 years straight at South by Southwest, where I done went there and recorded a gang of good work, but the mic went out. And it's the Rode mics. Rode, get y'all shit together, bro. The ones you attach to the camera, y'all done costed me a lot of great content throughout the years, man.
You talking about the lapel mics?
Yeah, the ones you stick it to the camera on top of the camera.
No. You got to use the lapels.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, I like the ones where you just stick on there and shit.
Yeah,
like you plug it into the camera
and it picks it up.
That little cord be going out on me. I had that Rick Ross on there. I had some vlogs in the city on there, and I had South by Southwest on there with my boy. He had a boxing event up there, my boy Simo. And it was a hell of a time, bro. And I missed all that. I couldn't get none of that on the channel. So check your mics before you record, man. Just a bit of advice as a nigga that done hundreds of interviews. I'm the nigga that come from standing on the corner. I don't know if a lot of people seen that. You might not even see that.
I seen. Yeah. You know,
I used to stand on the corner and do interviews, bro, every single day in my neighborhood, all over the city. Like, pull up on me. I'm interviewing rappers, owners. I got interviews with boxers back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm inside the boxing ring with them doing interviews and all that. So, nah, we'll be back, man. I rock with Coach. Keep going up. I just say this, Coach. Start dropping that other content on your channel. Don't worry about the views or how it look. As long as the content is good, that's all that matter. And then after that, if you want to, if you just really you don't want to have it like that, you can start another channel just doing the other stuff. Since you already know how to work YouTube a little bit, you had to be coming out the mud, but you already got an audience here of people that just rock with you in general. So you can just start covering some of that other stuff. Or if you see like a big incident go down, if you got time, go live on it for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then take that live down and clip it and redrop it as a video.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And do it like that, man. You just got to find them little ways. But I appreciate you having me on, Coach.
All right, man. Man, Big Ant, I appreciate you too, man. And listen, man, y'all please go subscribe. I dropped the link. Here go the link again, man. Subscribe to my main man, Big Ant. You know, man, the Urban Politicians on TV. Y'all check him out, bro. He covered everything. Great content. I watch him every day. And y'all, please, man, we in Houston. When I come back to Houston, I'm going to definitely hit him up. We're going to link up again, man. I appreciate you, bro.
We got to. You let me know whenever, man. I'll try to get up on it. But if you in Houston, we're going to make that happen for sure. Let me know.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.